Kim Bradley here from Magnet Forensics to share with you how to acquire Instagram public activity via the cloud module in Magnet Axiom. We will be getting the most up-to-date version of a user's activity or a particular hashtag by capturing this data directly from Instagram. Let's start an Axiom process and go to Evidence Sources. We'll select Cloud, then Acquire Evidence. We need to acknowledge we have the proper search authorization, and then select Instagram. We'll be collecting Instagram public activity, and we'll need to use any Instagram or Facebook user's credentials. They will not be associated with the acquisition or with the case file. We just simply have to log in order to get access to the public-facing data. Click Next. After logging in, we can change the type of cloud acquisition container this will be saved to by clicking Edit. We can also narrow down our date range. Next, we can acquire data from a specific user account by providing a username, or we can acquire posts associated with a particular hashtag. If our acquisition is for a username, we can obtain the targeted user account or username by searching on Instagram and selecting the account. The username that needs to be specified here will be at the top of the user's data that displays after selecting the account. After you enter the username, click Check to ensure that it is a valid user account, and if so, Next will be enabled on the bottom right. We can also specify a particular hashtag. Once we check that, Next will be enabled, and we can go to our processing details. It's also a good idea to give your source file a meaningful name, so if you acquire more than one user account or hashtag or for a different date range, it will be easy to understand the origin of the data if you process them in Axiom. If we open the processed acquisition in Axiom Examine, we can see the Instagram posts in the social networking category and the media associated with those posts in the media category. Taking a look at our selected post, we can see a preview of the picture that's associated, and within the details card, we can see the unique sender ID, the unique ID for the particular post, the date and time it was posted, if it had been archived by the user, the text for the particular post, how many likes, the comments count, and the permanent URL. If more than one picture or video was associated with the post, we would have a list of those here as well. You may have processed warrant returns in the past and also Instagram data from various sources. Those artifacts may be somewhat dated as they will not be the most current version of the Instagram activity. Those artifacts could still hold forensic evidence to your investigation since the data from those sources may no longer be available publicly for acquisition through Instagram. It's also important to remember that our acquisitions of Instagram will also represent the data available at the time of the collection. If you're working on an ongoing investigation that requires monitoring social media for particular hashtags or user accounts, establishing a naming convention for your acquisitions that note the hashtag or user account, the date range, and also the date and time of collection can be helpful when analyzing this data at a later point. Thanks for watching.